Hello, sunshine. How you doing? You are? You're good? Do you like when I call you sunshine? Good morning, sunshine. I love when somebody says that to me. Good morning, sunshine. So peaceful. Well, I'm driving down the Schuylkill Expressway in Philadelphia, heading over to some friends in Villanova. I'm going over to almost Dr. Kevin Seuss's parents' house because they're out of town. And some of almost Dr. Kevin Seuss's brothers are hanging out there, so I'm going to go by. And this is the opening to the opening. Now, why, you ask? Oh, first of all, I'll be at the Comedy Cabaret tonight. Friday night. Comedy Cabaret in Bucks County, High Top Poco's Restaurant. One show Friday night. And then 2 shows Saturday night. And that's that. And by the way, if you pre-order the book, I know, you don't pay for it till June 3rd. Somebody told me that. And I thought that was good information. So pre-order the book, and you don't pay for it till June 3rd, even if you order it now. But so there's that, and then... So the reason I'm making a recording to the opening of the opening, and then that throws to the second half of last week's show, is because after the show at the Throckmore Theater, me and Cody Woods, we got some fresh air. Oh, and by the way, I mean, whatever works for you, I'm just saying this is for me. For like a long, long time, I smoked like maybe 3 nights a week, and it really worked. I was never a daytime smoker, ever. I'm not a functioning pot smoker, so it was always a nighttime thing for me. But like 3 nights a week, and it really was great. And then in the last year, I was smoking like 6 nights a week, and I realized I wasn't enjoying it as much anymore. So I stopped, and doing it like 3 nights a week again. And you know what? I can see why I went back to that, because it's for me. It's just more enjoyable. Once in a while, I gotta just, you gotta say, not tonight. Not tonight. But 3 nights a week it's really enjoyable. That's why I'm telling you, because we got a little fresh air after our show at the Throckmore Theater. We went back. The hotel had like this little lounge area upstairs with these French windows overlooking this really cool view. There was nothing open to eat. So, well, you'll hear what we were doing. But we were like really silly and giddy and just feeling really good. And then so much the next day we were like, should we even play that? But now you know the headspace we were in. And that's what it is, the opening to the second half of last week's show. I think that's it. Can you hear the road noise? You can. For my Philadelphia listeners and the surrounding areas, I did Preston and Steve this morning, and it's just beyond a great morning show. They're so warm. Everybody that works there, like, you really feel just there's just a lot of love. You go in there, they're so nice, they're so warm, and it's just a really good vibe there. If you're Philadelphia people and you listen to Preston and Steve, or some people listen to their podcast, it's a lot of fun. There's not that many things that make me not mind getting up at 6:30 in the morning. So, there you go. All right, everybody. You good? Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. I always say that like I think every one of my listeners is sitting around in a panic. But you know how I feel. Sometimes I got to remind myself. You just wake up and you feel like a little heavy for some reason, right? Heavy, baby. But if you just go, all right, just center yourself with some deep breaths. You know what I mean? You know when that's really especially easy? Like I always say the same thing. Like if you're dealing with some major issues, well, even that still works, where you still need to do it. But if you're just holding on to some shit for no reason or stressed out over nothing, you can really let that go pretty easy if you just take a minute. Just shut the fuck up and let it go. What if somebody goes, all right, Todd, you know what, I'm telling myself. All right, this is the show. This is the theme, the Todd Show. This is the theme. How do you like it so far? I stole it from the Gary Shandling Show. This is the part where I hum. Here's the show. Well, how you doing? Good. Well, let me explain what's going on. This is one of the openings to the podcast where we are in a hotel and I'm on the road with Cody Woods. We did shows in San Francisco with Greg Proops, the three of us, and then the two of us did the 420 show. Then we came down here to Mill Valley. What's the theater we're working at?
Throckmorton Theater.
And you just heard that with a mouthful of eggs. So I've had the best 4 days, and I know you're going to hear part 2 of last week's podcast. So after the show, we went to the supermarket. What did you get, Cody? Nice and loud over there.
I got a nice Italian roll. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I call this the features meal. Hard-boiled eggs.
And an apple.
An apple. Yep.
And we're doing this right into my phone, so it's a real simple opening. In case you're a first-time listener, this is not the way we do the show. This is just into my phone to throw to the second part of last week's show. I got, if you want to know, a bag full of crunchy pretzels. Those what are they called? Those pretzels?
I don't know, but they're chips.
They're like chips, but they're pretzels. They're real thin. There's a name for them. Hold on. Pretzel crackers. And then I got some cherry peppers and some olives and some pepper turkey. And I'm taking a piece of turkey and the pretzel and putting an olive and wrapping it all up in the turkey because everything's better when it's crunchy. And Cody would agree to that because I made him eat one of his hard-boiled eggs and put a pretzel in his mouth at the same time. So we're going to eat our dinner back at the hotel, and then then tomorrow I'm off to Philadelphia. That's right, Preston and Steve, and then the Comedy Cabaret in Bucks County, High Top Poco's Restaurant. So, but we're going to eat our dinner, then we're going to come back, we'll talk about the week. But I just wanted to, this is the pre-opening to the pre-opening. And, I did that 420 show, and they gave me all sorts of great gifts, which we'll talk about when we come back. And we'll do the opening to the show. Cody, you ready to do this, to eat?
Let's do this. Put food in our face.
I want you to try one of these. Like, okay, on the air, take a piece of pepper turkey.
All right.
On the air.
That's a lot. Yeah. People listening to this.
This isn't on the air. And then take a cherry. What do you call it? Like it's a cherry. It's a sweet pepper.
Okay.
It's like a little sweet pepper. No, that's an olive next to it. Put the pepper. Put the cherry, whatever it is, that sort of cherry pepper, on the piece of turkey. Now take a pretzel, put it in there, and take an olive and put it in there, and wrap it up, and be honest, if it's better than your sandwich that you're going to eat. Why is that my goal, to prove that you somehow just do that? And we won't make you talk right away. We'll let you take it all in. So he's got a piece of pepper turkey, inside a little cherry pepper, if that's what you call it, an olive, and the crunchiness of this pretzel. Here he goes. No jokes. Eat more. You didn't eat enough. Oh, maybe you did. Okay. What do you think?
That's a lot better than the thing that I have to finish now.
Well, you didn't eat the thing. Yours might be good. You know what I recommend? You unwrap. He bought a pre-made burrito. Jesus Christ, he doesn't think. Unwrap yours and throw some good stuff in it.
I think that'll be the key.
All right, so we'll take a break, and we'll be back. Well, it looks like the weather's getting bad out there. I think we might have a thunderstorm or something coming up. Alrighty. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. The weather's getting pretty
bad.
We'll still do the show. It's fun. May pretend it's thundering where you live. Hey, I want to do this seriously. Thank the people over at Harry's for, I really want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for sponsoring my show. In all seriousness, okay, you'll know I'm being genuine. I already talked about the way I felt about it. Listen to last week's show. I really got a great shave, but I said the icing on the cake was the box. So I brought the box home and I put it out real nice. I was like, oh, those? That's just the way my razors come. Is that like nice or something? That type of thing. But the copies too. I can't read copy. So if me and you were on a morning show and you had to read the copy, Cody, read it like you're trying to read it like I can't read it, but can I try like to show you how I would do it?
Yeah.
Hey, Harry's, Harry's, they're great people over there. You know what they do is they offer a high-quality shaving product, and it's shipped right to your door. So it really works out great. Their high-quality blades have been engineered for a long time. Matter of fact, the factory's over there in Wisconsin. So you read it, and then you take it. Can you do that? You want to try?
Yeah. And then we can make it like I'm telling you about it.
Oh, yeah, you know what? People know you're reading copy, but you say it's Minneapolis. Instead of just saying it's in Minneapolis, you go, it's out there, actually in Minneapolis. And that's the way they do it. Okay, you want to try?
Yeah, let's give it.
I used to work at a place, and I made hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing voiceover work. I made about $50,000 a year. I made $50,000. I made about $5,000, but it was tax-free. It was under the table. I owe a guy $500 because I fucked up his movie by doing voiceover work that was bad. But he said, don't worry about it. Well, he said pay him back in $5 installments.
You know what? I just interned.
What?
At the very end. I just interned somewhere. That's all it was.
All right, so, yeah, right, exactly. All right, so tell us about Harry's.
Well, this episode is brought to you by Harry's.com.
Aww.
Harry's offers high-quality shaving products shipped to the front of your door.
That's nice.
Their high-quality blades are engineered in their own factory in Germany for sharpness and strength.
And you know how they get them that sharp? They take each blade and they take a crowbar and they bang it. And they bang each blade one at a time. All the people at Harry's. Hey, man, there's another blade. There's another blade. Put them in the pretty boxes and send them off.
And they are half the price of competitors.
That's the part that makes me want to go yippee-yi-yo-kai-hey.
They care so much about the quality of the blades that they just purchased the 93-year-old German factory that makes them.
Shit, they're going nuts over there.
Kids starting at $15 get you a set that includes a handle, 3 blades, and shave cream shipped to your door.
Oh, guess what else? If you use the offer code Todd, you get $5 off your first purchase. And this was not edited into something I already said. And now back to what I was just saying. I like it.
Harry's even offers a custom engraving option to engrave your initials on the razor.
Yeah, think you don't care about that, folks? Wait till it's laying out in your bathroom and people see it. You hear them. They're like, ooh, somebody's doing well. All right, thank you very much, Harry's. Also, I'll find out who it is, but I got it in the mail, and it's a thing that says, the reason I don't know who it is because it went to my manager's office, so you know who you are, and it's a microphone that says the #1 Podcast Association of America. But my manager left who sent it on my message, and I erased it. But they know who it is, so when I get home, I'm going to find out who it is. You sent me a microphone and something else. So, and I loved it. It was so cool. You know who you are. You know who you are. Anyway, so there's that. Hold on. And then somebody told me the Warren Buffett, was it Warren Buffett, the rich guy?
Warren Buffett.
They explain that. We'll explain it on a future show, but it wasn't like it sounded. He wasn't just. I mean, maybe it was unnecessary, but it wasn't anything like we thought it was. Which I thought that might be the case. Like there's a story behind it, how that all unfolded, and once you understand the story, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Or how do you like that, motherfuckers? And you know, I think we got it. Someone sent in something about Dick's Last Resort. Do you know that place where you go for your birthdays?
Dick's Last Resort. It's like, is that the themed restaurant?
I think so.
Rude.
Yeah, where they act rude. And
Right.
you know, I like to pay money where the theme is to act rude. You know what I do? I say my theme is I don't tip. I'm a theme tipper. My theme is I don't tip. On this corner, we have a restaurant that tries to act like bad service is something cool and novelty. And on this side, we have a customer that thinks not tipping is fun. I didn't put a lot of thought into that. So Dick's Last Resort, he sent some of the stuff they do, and it was just so funny because it's like, they go, hey, we heard it's your birthday. Who gives a shit? You know, it's like, great. You do. You're all standing in a circle around me. If you really didn't give a shit, you wouldn't be out here. Right? Who gives a shit? Nobody does. Well, then why are you all snapping and dancing and tapping around, circling, looking at me, bringing me an ice cream cake? All right, so that's that. And when we come back, we have a listener that's very important to us. And she is celebrating her birthday. And we're going to tell you who it is when we come back. We'll be back. I love selling drugs to kids, stealing hotel towels, lying to your face. I love... There you go. We're done. We'll be right back. I love this opening, doing it in the room like this. You want to start that over there, the recorder? The timer, I should say.
That's
Still
right.
raining pretty hard out there.
Indeed it is.
It is. It's really coming down.
I bet there's going to be some thunder pretty soon. I called it.
It's fun doing this. It's like very, you know. So, Judy, it's your birthday. Judy. Judy, who sent this in? Somebody told us that Judy was... Somebody loves you, Judy. And I think it's Shannon's... Oh, it's your sister, Shannon.
I think the thunder's on loop.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. What do you mean the thunder's on loop? It's real thunder. How could it be on a loop?
Well, you know, if it were to be fake thunder, you know what I mean?
If it were, it sounds
would be
like it's on a loop. It sounds like it's on a loop. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You want to take it home?
Happy birthday, dear Judy. Happy birthday.
Stop doing that.
All right.
Seriously, no, not singing. I don't think it's funny when young Jake keeps doing the bell sound. Jake, stop it. So anyway, thank you for singing to Judy. So here we go. I like doing this. Last week we did a double show, so now, again, if you tuned in late, the person that demands that it's radio. Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in late, we're having severe thunderstorms. Well, maybe you didn't listen to the beginning, you didn't think you need to. But we are in Mill Valley, and we are right across the street from this really cool old theater and a really cool hotel, like nestled into the mountain here, and you look out the window, and it's like just cool trees and cafes, and it's... You've been here before, right?
Yeah, a lot.
You worked here about a month ago, right?
Yep. Closed out the show. I didn't know Chaplin used to play here.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Where did he play?
Well, I guess deeper into that stage used to be where most of these historical acts. There was other stuff too. They just did like a special, like a documentary on it. And
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin was in there.
He was. I didn't know until... I'm a little embarrassed. I think there's... Was it him that there's some like brilliant things he said? He was very intelligent, right?
Right. I forget all the
Oh, we
quotes.
sound like two idiots. Don't agree.
It all fell apart when we were just like, he said some things.
He said things. Oh, Jesus. All right. Hey, seriously, it's not funny anymore. All right. Seriously, stop it. This was.
He's your friend. I can't deal with.
Who? Oh, playing the bell like that. So what else is there?
There's a lot of other things.
There's a lot of other things.
You know,
We sound like two kids in high school trying to do a radio show, but you really have nothing. So you try to take it, but you have nowhere to take it. So you do it very like, over to you, Cody.
Well, Todd, it is now time to know the weather reports for today.
Did you ever do? Hold on. I want to make sure we have fun. Can you sing?
I can't.
You can't at all?
Oh, well,
No, I don't want you to. I don't.
I can do it like an impersonation sing, not real singing, you know? I can't really sing.
Well, I'll give you a little music if you want to try. I'm kidding. It's obvious you don't want to. I don't want to either, but I do know this.
That is the nicest sound of rain.
It is.
You know? I'm so glad we put the speaker to the rain just now for that 8 seconds.
Oh, I wanted to talk about. Cody cleaned his car. I was so proud of him. Well, he picked me up. We drove. We made a road trip out of it. Although tomorrow I'm flying out of here, but we made a road trip out of it. I know that. So he dropped me off, and his car looked like a person that had just taken all the trash out of their car.
Right.
But it's still like, obviously this car had 3 bags of trash in it before they picked you up. There's no way it's just this clean. It's a weird clean. It's a filthy, dirty car with not one piece of trash in it. So that's how you know. But you got the Coke in the cup holder that spilled and pennies got stuck to it and the mats. But there's not one piece of trash.
Yeah, the floorboards are clean.
Because he threw all the trash out, but it's still disgusting. Anyway, it wasn't really that bad. But anyway, the great part about it is he really knows clean, because he said the next day to me, he goes, "Oh, I feel so good, I detailed my car inside, like I really scrubbed the hell out of it." And that's a defining moment to find out if somebody, you know what I mean, that means they wiped down the dashboard.
Right.
But nope, when I saw the car, this motherfucker, it was immaculate. Like he's everything clean, it's like a different car. He washed the outside. I'm like, don't you feel better?
It was amazing. I bought one of those little Armor All containers.
Don't brag to the listeners. A lot of our listeners are out of work.
Well, look.
You're bragging.
Some people like name brand because they believe in quality.
I do. When it comes to quality, I believe in Harry's shaving.
Yes, I've been waiting. I was waiting for you to plug it.
So wait, so you got when it came to the Armor, you said you bought 5 of them?
No, I just bought one, but I emptied the whole thing.
Oh, you bought a little squirt bottle.
Yeah, because it sprays a very thin mist, and by the end of the cleaning, it was completely empty. So I was like, wow,
Well, it wasn't the Armor All that made it look so good, I got to tell you, because you could do Armor All over dirt. It was that you got every nook and cranny.
Right.
Nook and cranny. Whoa. My grandmother's gorgeous. She really is. I mean, she was. She wasn't. She's just an average-looking woman. And it's worse than average. She's got hired to not look good for parties. Why would that? How could you be hired not to? That's not nice. My grandmother listens to the podcast. Guess what we're going to do, folks? We're going to come back, and we're going to talk a little more. We actually have some stuff to talk about. I like to go slow. No hurry.
Mm-hmm.
I like to talk. I'll ride out of here on a song.
We should be at.
I love singing not too good, not hitting a beat.
And have friends joining in.
I don't care if I sing with the song's rhythm. Either does my friend. Listen to him.
Not at all.
We'll be back. Buy my book, you fucks. We're back. Well, we're going to throw today's show. You all right, Cody?
I'm doing great. That rain finally stopped.
You know, Cody, I got to tell you, this is the most fun I've had in a long time.
You know, Todd, I gotta say the same for you.
Why is this so much fun for us?
Really, I was hoping so much you would do that tonight.
I've been doing this bit where I walk around the audience, and this is the constant music that plays. Just that. And then I go up to somebody, and I go, hey, nice pants. And every time I walk away, hey, lady, I like your glasses. Oh, look at this group over here. It looks like a bunch of friendly people. Hey, somebody at this table smells nice. And then I keep walking right after I say the compliment. You know, you don't have to be mean to do insult comedy. Why can't it be compliment comedy? What's wrong with that? Hey, lady, your hat. I like it. What? Pre-order Todd's new book. It comes out on June 3rd. Well, any parting words, Cody?
It's been absolutely the best.
What's your Twitter?
Cody Woods Comedy.
And this guy, let me tell you something. I'm not kidding around. Thank God we have a safe word on this show. Because I swear to God, his tweets, none of them, far the best tweets in the business. They're great. They're, to be honest, between me and you, there's some great fucking tweets. There's some good, okay, every week there's a few good tweets, but then there's like one or two great tweets. There's no great tweets. There's no good tweets. There's no tweets. I don't know why I'm wasting your time with this. Once in a while he tweets something, it's not fucking worth following him. At least I can be honest. What's your Twitter follower? What's your Twitter handle?
Cody Woods Comedy. Looks like the rain wants to start again.
Mm-hmm. One time I heard a weatherman say, hey, we're going to try to clear it up out there on the weekend for you. Are you? You're going to try to clear it up? Well, obviously you're a meteorologist with godlike powers.
Just going to roll up the sleeve.
Yeah, I'm going to try to clear it up for you. I'm going to get in there and move a few numbers around. See if I can get that sun to come out for you. Well, I work for AccuWeather. I've got a lot of authority.
Right. I know people.
I know people that can, alter the winds and the sun. It's not like I'm trying to be argumentative, but, All right.
There it comes again.
Here he comes again. All right. Well.
I thought you hid that bell.
Nobody likes a dumb bell. You know that's true?
That's very.
All right. Well, Cody. Thanks for cleaning your car.
You're more than welcome, Todd. And I was really hoping you wouldn't catch me putting my trash into your neighbor's trash can right before I picked you up.
Oh, I didn't see that. Is that what you were doing? Oh, because I thought he pulled up to my house. He goes, I just got here. Then an hour later, he comes walking in. Is that what you were doing? Because my neighbor said that what happened was right after you dumped all the trash in there, the trash department came in and said they technically need a dumpster now for their house. They go, well, there's so much trash. All right, that joke didn't really go over. Like you put so much trash in the trash cans that they had to go to the next level up of trash removal. And they need the money because their kid has an illness. Just needs special shoes.
Just need special shoes.
And they can't get them now because they had to upgrade their trash service.
Right.
That really was not worth it. And I apologize for everybody here. But look, once in a while you have a joke that doesn't go over. I mean, you know what I mean? Not once in a while, but every so often. You do a show or two and it doesn't happen, but once in a while you have a bomb. I mean, I have a bomb every show. Twice a show. 3 times a show. I've had more good shows than I've had bad shows. I've had more bad shows than good shows. I've had no good shows.
Hey, that thunder stops. I think the weather's getting pretty good there, Todd.
Listen to that sound. If I liked you and respected this audience, which I do, I'd just give them 10 minutes of rain sounds. Shh. Everything's going to be just fine. Look, we all hit a few stumbling points. No, you're good. All right, everybody. Cody, is there anything you want to say?
I really wish there was. No, it's an honor to be on.
No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, come on.
It's an honor?
It is. Well, it's important, I enjoy doing your podcast. Look, you're considered a friend for the... Look, it's a favor, all right? Okay, I can't help that you didn't read Harry... I couldn't keep thinking for him.
You did it. I was about to end it right there. When you said it's a favor, then there's no thunder after that. Right. It's a favor, and I barely wanted to do it.
Hey, look at that weather clearing right.
Look at that clearing up. But seriously, you're the best. All right. Listen, until tomorrow, America, I think it's the great Maury Povich who ends every show by saying, take care of yourself and each other after you're just watching a bunch of uneducated maniacs argue over whose child it was and throw chairs at each other. When you're done doing that, don't forget to take care of each other. I hope you enjoyed uneducated, sad people that we should have empathy for that are just willing to come on TV and yell at each other. After you're done enjoying that, now go take care of yourself and each other. Because if you're not, by watching that show, you've already proven you're taking care of yourself spiritually.
Right, exactly. I'm sure it's just a wholesome family with a turkey dinner.
All right. Hold on. Oh, shit. You know why I said shit on the last one? Because we were running out of time on the phone. So I just wanted to come back and say goodbye. It's funny. Cody already said he missed you guys.
I really did, guys.
He started to cry. He was like, because I'm really going to miss those nice people from your show.
Mm-hmm. Now I got to go back to the people on my show, which is, ugh.
You don't, you make up a show. It's not like, anyway, hold on.
Like my 2 million followers on my show, well, it's...
What's your Twitter handle?
Oh, Cody Woods Comedy.
How often do you tweet? Because let me guess. You go days without tweeting. Because I never saw you tweeting when you were with me, ever. What?
I don't tweet.
Oh, you don't tweet?
I do. I have a Twitter. I can't stand it, but I really...
Here's a better way for you to say it, I bet. And tell me if I'm wrong. Shut the stupid rain off. I mean, lower the window. Close the window. Close the window. There's rain outside. Listen.
I'm ahead of you, Todd. I just did.
Yeah. It's just not your thing, but you don't. But I don't. My thing is, if it doesn't come to you, because it's hard for me too. You would think, I don't think funny in 1 or 2 lines. So I get on these sort of kicks where I'm really enjoying it. Something comes into my head, and I'm really having fun sitting home doing it, and I do it. And it's fun. And other than that, I just do dates with it. But it's not something that every day I think that way. So it might not be. But you're not saying the concept of it's stupid. You're just saying it doesn't work for you.
Doesn't really work for me. I just can't. Every thought I have, I'm like, ugh. 90% of them, I'm like, why did I even have that thought? So I'm one of those. I'm like, ugh.
But you see the concept of it. Like, if you have a favorite comedian, it doesn't have to be a comedian. It could be someone that's just known for having, funny lines once in a while. Some of them can be cute. Once in a while, they can be fucking hilarious. They can be all over the gambit. Not everyone has to be like, go shut the fuck up. That's the funniest, So I understand it, My nephew follows a lot of people. My brother does, and I say, well, what do you want from me? I don't know why you're telling me this. What did you say?
I enjoy following more than tweeting.
Who do you follow?
But I follow Joe Rogan. I like listening. You know what?
Joe Rogan won't stop calling me. He's driving me nuts.
You know
He wants
what?
me to go to the baseball game with him.
He's a real baseball fan, that Joe Rogan.
He does. He's
He
like,
covers baseball. And
no, he likes to, he says, I go to the game, Todd. He calls me up. He goes, come on now.
This is great music, like you're going to the baseball game.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Until tomorrow, take care of you. We hope you enjoyed watching people yell and scream and throw chairs at each other and yell obscenities at each other and deny children in front of children that might feel inferior the rest of their life if they ever get a hold of this tape, because you got to see your mommy and daddy fighting and screaming. And if you tried to tell them you weren't serious, you just did it to get on a show, that might even be sadder to showcase yourself that in front of the world. So either way, it's sad. It's real, it's sad. And if it's fake, it's sad. So after you got done enjoying that, take care of yourselves and each other. Sure, whatever you say. All right. Cody had the funniest joke about fucking a dog at the dog park. I'm just
great. Great. It's an act out.
It's an act out. All right.
I need a dog.
Everybody, we just want to thank you for your support like it's a cause. We want to thank you for tuning in and putting your money where your mouth is. Doesn't even make sense. I love that I heard you go, it doesn't, thank you for tuning and putting your money where your mouth is. What the fuck? It's like, what are you talking about? Thank you for putting your money where your mouth is. What does that even mean?
It was still perfectly timed.
So stupid. All right, obviously things are fun, right? All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's part 2 of Blake Wexler and who was there with Blake? Blake Wexler and Oh my God, it's embarrassing. Andy Haynes, Andy Haynes. So Andy Haynes was, so funny. Just sometimes the look on his face is sort of, he'll say something with just the most straight face, and it is very funny. So Andy Haynes was there, and Blake Wexler, and they were fun. You guys were great. I know you listened to the show later. And I just want to say, it's seriously, what's wrong? Listening to the opening to see if I mentioned you. I don't care. I don't care. All right. Oh, bye. Bye. We have to say goodbye. Here's the show.
I guess, yep.
Okay, everybody? You're good? I got you this far? Hey, it's better late than never.
No.
Another one that doesn't make sense. The guy who says things like, what? It's better late. What's better late than never? That I start the show.
He times them so well, but I don't know what they mean.
Yeah. Listen. He who runs walks slow in the dark. Ladies and gentlemen, each week we gather together and we talk, tell stories, sometimes be serious and sometimes be silly, but no matter what, we have each other. We come through a journey of love, happiness, honesty, sharing, caring, giving, and non-judgment to each week enjoy each other. And I just want to tell you right now that God bless you and your families during this holiday season. And when I say God bless you, or God bless your families, I mean nothing to do with God. Nothing to do with blessing. But may your family, all right, this bit's over. All right, we're done. The show starts. Here it goes. Okay, enjoy it. Bring the patio furniture in, Cody. It's getting bad out there.
None of those hoodlums will be out tonight, I tell you that.
Bye, everybody. Do you guys want to sing a song later? We could all do a song.
Yeah, if it's about a piano, man.
I'd love to.
Hey, let's drink our root beer floats and listen to this. Let's just appreciate life. Okay. Play this. Oh, you don't. Oh,
What's that now?
well, we had root beer floats. I was making them for everybody, but when we went to make Jake's, we ran out of root beer. So we just said, let's enjoy our root beer floats. And Jake goes, oh, I don't have one. So he put his in the freezer. He's going to open it. And let me take a deep breath here.
That's good piss.
All right, so listen. So, oh, by the way, before we do this root beer float thing, because now Jake has a root beer float, I want to, there's nothing, I'm just going to say something to you. You about a month ago, you go, God, your bathroom's so clean. And I go out of my way almost to keep this bathroom here cleaner than my home bathroom, which is pretty clean. Mm-hmm. It's the same because I hate when you go somewhere and the bathroom is filthy. Mm-hmm. There's nothing like if you have to go, so Nick, you scored a lot of points with me noticing. I mean, he commented on it. He's like, that's a clean bathroom. I'm like, you're damn right it is.
Can I make a point?
Yes, what?
By all means.
Pull your chair in.
If you're an adult...
Pull your chair in. I don't know why.
It's in pretty far.
Okay, go ahead. If you're an adult, what?
That's what she said. And clean your car.
That's Aristotle's.
Oh, I'm with you.
Don't have a dirty... If you're going to have a person ever in your car, don't have a dirty car.
Can I tell you something?
If you're over the age of 16, you should get it.
Can I tell you something? First of all, I agree with you. But also I think, okay, look, not everybody... What are you doing? What are you doing? Seriously, you know me.
I'm missing a hubcap.
How could I?
I'm missing a
hubcap.
hubcap.
You're moving away because you're guilty of your car being clean. Okay, just
the
you know
inside.
What?
The inside is immaculate.
First of all, I'm not.
To George Carlin.
Guess what? I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
Because I do. Yes, because I'm glad you even brought that up because. Yes, I like to keep the inside of my outside car clean, but I think both me and Andy are not talking. If someone picks me up for radio and they just don't wash their car, some people go a year without washing their car. They might hose it down at a truck, but they don't really. But the inside, there's just no trash, there's no heavy dust. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. And I do think the same thing. And then you say, well, why? Some people aren't like that. Well, just know that people are making a prejudgment on you when they get into your car. It's like, well, does this represent the chaos in your life? If it doesn't, then why have you let this go? So everything else is organized, but in the car area, you go, I just let it all fucking...
But it's also, it's unpleasant.
It is unpleasant.
I feel uncomfortable.
It is unpleasant. And I kid Troy Miller because I love him to death. But one time we were on a road trip. His car had so much shit in it. Finally, after an hour, I said, now look, this might seem crazy. I get it is. I said, just pull over and we'll get your car washed. I got the most expensive car wash you could, that they can run it through real quick.
Linoleum or whatever.
We took...
That's not right.
I know what you're trying to say. Armor
With the
All.
tire, yeah.
And then we took... Because we didn't want to throw anything out, so we just took a trash bag, took every single thing in that car, put it in a bag, put it in the back. He didn't have to sort out what he wanted and what he didn't. We got back on the highway. I go, it was just, you can picture. It's like night and day. It was a good car. And I go, don't you feel better? He goes, and he didn't answer quick enough. I go, well, I do. Keep driving. and then he pulled out Trader Joe treats every 20 minutes. I can't eat one Reese's cup. He pulls out Trader Joe bag of Reese's cups. He'll have 3 and put them back in his bag.
Dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh. You can't deny dark chocolate.
It might be better than Reese's cups.
Can we talk about the dark chocolate milk chocolate differential?
Well, I do want
to talk about the shit they're making at Trader Joe's in that snack aisle.
Hold on, stop. One quick thing. Were we heading somewhere? I'm trying to have. And I side noted about the clean car. Oh, yes.
We're going to listen to the song.
The root beer float. So you got to write this down, and we will get there, but we got to go in order. I'm very professional.
You're right.
And can you get him?
I have a pen.
No.
Oh, coaster? Oh.
Sorry. Maybe I can get you some more beverages.
Todd, if I could.
Hold on, guys.
Well, just real quick.
Okay, no. Before we do the root beer float, what was my bit?
No,
Shut the fuck up. Every one of you. Every fucking one of you. I get it. It was very
gotcha.
it was narcissistic and you caught me.
BlakeWexler.com.
We don't have time. What was the bit? What was the bit? Seriously.
The bit was you used to have like it was the setup to it. It wasn't the punchline, but you used to like, oh, but someone would pick you up with a filthy car, and you'd be like, oh yeah, sorry, I have to move. So I have to move some things around. And you're like, yeah, you're gonna have to.
Well, when it's
I
so
can't
bad.
get in your car.
Yeah, when it's so bad. Sometimes it can be messy, but you can still get in there pretty easy. You kick a can aside.
But putting your legs on top of a pile of trash, like
No.
you've been traveling all day.
And I'm going to say something else, and this is the reason. It's sort of what we're talking about. And then we're going to do ice cream float, and then we're gonna I don't even make it sound fun. We're going to do ice cream float, and then we're going to hear you had some story that you wrote down. I don't want to know what it is because I'll forget. I don't need to know something.
I
I'll
tore
forget.
it up. It doesn't even matter.
Well, I saw you write it down. It's right there in black magic marker. You liar.
It's blue.
Well, you're right. It is blue.
A light shade of beautiful.
Okay, so
blue.
listen. It also has something to do. Someone should. There's nothing to be embarrassed when you get into honest relationships. This does come full circle with being clean. You shouldn't be embarrassed at a certain age or any age to say you're a starving artist. If that's not look, if you just want to fool someone for the night, okay. But if you want a serious relationship, you got to be honest up front. So you might want to meet somebody that doesn't care about how many materialistic things you own. There's people out there like that. If they think, but they do have a right, at least I think I'm right here, to judge you on the cleanliness of your apartment. And do you take it depends how old you are. If you're 20, no judgment at all. But if if you reach a certain age and you're 30 and you might only have the money, you're out here to act and you might be in just some bad neighborhood. I know what I'm talking about because when you see it, you admire it. Someone that has nothing. But when you walk in, there's a sense of, I care where I live. If it means throwing a burlap sack over something, just centering what you do have. It's immaculate. When you go into the kitchen, you go, yeah, I take pride. And I see certain people sometimes, and so do we all, where you're like, change. Or if you don't care who you're going to meet. But a girl is not wrong, or a guy whoever you're dating, is not wrong to walk in and go, I don't care if the person doesn't have a lot, but take pride in where you fucking live. It says a lot about something. When you have 3 roommates, a lot fucking harder.
Yeah, and this is a lesson that you taught me early on, and I think this is the most extreme example of it, is that you helped me where, when I moved out here, I didn't, this is before I got a job out here, and I live in, we split a living room where you and I hung you way more than me, hung a curtain up in my living room.
It was the Improv old drapes.
The old
Those
drapes
thick with
the
the
Improv,
shade
yeah.
at the bottom, so it's
Yeah.
big, fat, thick, like theater drapes.
So it's like a stage curtain that separates where my bed is from, the living room of our apartment. So, when I was single, I would, it was a thing where there would be girls who would be like, oh, no. But also, I would take care to, and the way I, my girlfriend currently, where I would clean it, it would be immaculate. Where, yeah, it's a bizarre, I live in a tent, basically. But I would also, there's a chalkboard in there, hey, welcome, my girlfriend's name. And then it would be super clean, and I have candles lit. And it actually makes a huge difference where, as sad as what I am describing right now, it really doesn't matter. If it's clean and you're fun, it's okay.
And also,
Yeah.
and this is the even on something stupid like this, clarity is still important. When you're living with 3 or 4 people,
Right.
I don't think anyone. I'm talking about as you get older, and mostly what I'm talking about is when you live all by yourself, because
yeah.
then there's no excuse. And look, even with 3 people, if there's a girl coming over, I always say, it's so funny because I was, that's just the way you instinctually say it. If someone's coming over and it's 3 people, well, I'll even do a quick, pretty decent cleanup then, but that's not the judgment. I think of when you're living by yourself, because I go over people's homes and I'm thinking, God, I could, with exactly what you have, someone could walk in here and go, okay, this person, they care about their surroundings. You don't need a lot.
Put forth an effort. Show that you care. That's all.
You take pride. And that's all, Anyway, so now...
Yeah, sorry.
Look at these ice cream floats. Now, how's yours, Jake's? Jake's.
Lord Jakes.
Jake's. Oh, hello.
It's Jacques.
Let's go see... put a lot of reverb in this. Let's just enjoy it. You don't have a drink. Oh, you do?
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no weight on my head. That didn't hurt.
Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson.
And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert.
These root beer floats are so delicious.
Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt.
So rich and creamy.
Then I washed my face and combed my hair. Stumbled down the stairs to meet the day.
This is really good, actually.
It's like a commercial for America.
I smoked my brain the night before.
Come to America.
Guess who this is?
That I've been picking.
Hey, try out America, immigrants.
But I lit my first
pretty nice.
watch a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. Then across the empty street.
Please won't you be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day. Do you ever talk about love with somebody you care for? Discovering truth will make me free.
Ladies and gentlemen, I decided this year to retire. I am putting my year notice in. What if you made a big deal?
Which is as per the comedian union. You have to put a year notice in
I'm putting my notice
so
in.
they can collect your residuals.
When people say they're retiring from comedy, I really think when you're, unless you're 90, you're basically saying you don't retire from comedy. You're not getting booked.
Yeah. I'm retiring. I'm retiring from 1,000 seat rooms.
Because I keep on bumping into the table, and the table shakes.
Is it?
This is behind the podcast.
I'm all the way
You
down.
did.
I have huge knees.
You know what? I feel I've always.
Can
worried
I
a couple-
compliment you on your knees, by
Thank
the way?
you. Yeah,
does.
I've had a lot
Yes.
of surgeries on them, so they look good.
Well, they're
I moved
voluptuous.
to Hollywood, and I got
You
my
have
knees
voluptuous
fixed.
knees.
You know how
Thank
I know
you.
you have nice knees? Jake
course.
left a message last night, 4:00 in the morning. I swear to God.
Oh,
about he
God.
was so excited he hoped you wore shorts.
Serious.
And I know it was 4:00 in the morning because he kept saying it's 4 in the morning.
Wait, you're talking about this Jake?
yeah.
Boston Russian Jew.
Yeah, listen to
Jake.
this message. Play the message.
The worst kind.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, Todd. It's 4 in the morning,
What?
and I just. Listen. Hold on. Stop the.
No, I'm reacting to hearing it.
But
like
we're
you're
trying to act
playing
like,
it.
but we're trying to act like we're playing a message from
I
yesterday.
know, so
Right,
I
but
would
he's
still
talking
be able
over
to
it.
talk over it.
Oh, you're right.
still be
You
able to
could.
react and be
You
like-
could. You know what? I apologize. Oh my God, I made so many mistakes. All right, so listen. He was. Let's go. I'm glad it was funny.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I feel. You know why I'm so happy? Because I thought the fact that you laughed. Never mind. I thought you were going to be like, "Relax, Todd." I'm like, just the fact that I apologized, you accepted it, and we're all moving forward.
We're good people.
Yeah. Yes. That's really what I was saying. So let's go back to the bit. Meanwhile, I'm like, you ruined the bit. You're like, no, I didn't. I'm like, oh, you're right. I did by stopping it.
It's okay.
But there is truth to what I said, too.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, we're trying to.
Yeah, no, if you misunderstood.
Well, what I meant was that's not bad. You did it once, but you don't want to keep doing it because then it breaks the allure. And you know how much we get in the bits.
Yeah.
I'm saying that your little thing might have hurt the bit. Meanwhile, I'll interrupt and talk about the bit for 30 minutes, and I allow myself to do that. So I'm apologizing again. I should fucking smack myself to death. You're lucky for not leaving.
Please leave a message
Here he is.
after the tone.
By the way, let me set this up. Don't play it again in a second. He really goes off on your loving your knees. He goes, oh, I can't wait.
I've had a lot of work
because
done.
he keeps saying it's 4 in. He goes, I did X and all I can. Let me play the message. Let me play the message. I'll play the message. He went off. He started to cry.
Right. And then we
Please
may
leave
even
a message
comment on it.
after the tone.
Hey, Todd. Jake here.
Hey, listen. I just had 3 hits of weed, and I'm really thinking about Andy Haynes' knees.
Oh, my God.
And just how special they. I mean, it's like not even just, but it's a. It's like a mod.
Oh my God! I just realized it. We could be playing it for real, and you're commenting on it. Just hearing
what we're
it.
talking
I didn't
about.
get it really before I said I did because I just felt bad. But you could be playing it and talking over it. Oh, God, I feel so much better. I'm sorry. Anybody out there that I've interrupted this much. The fun thing for me here, I'm not going to lie, and that way I don't mind doing this bit. I love throwing it Jake's way because whatever I say, he has to do it. Oh, I remember he kept saying it was 4 in the morning. That's my way of saying, well, you got to work that into it. Yeah. Remember you said you're sitting there with your pants down and your cock in a jar of whipped cream?
I guess that's just who Jake is.
Yeah. But anyway, here's the now. Listen to this.
Where do you get a jar of whipped cream?
I don't know.
Why are they putting them in jars?
Huh?
And what's the deal with
With cunnilingus? Cunnilingus Rex.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Shut up.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're not. I've been wanting to do this so long. I'm in a great mood. I like my coffee like I like my. Can you do that without being like sexist or racist?
I will do my favorite bit. There was a comedian named Jordan Clifford that I knew from Boston, and this bit always makes me laugh. And obviously, like, he's developed his act since then, but this is from 5 years ago. He goes, I like my coffee like I like my women, all over my dick.
Wait,
so
does
this
he have
guy,
a
like,
twin brother?
he obviously, yes.
I know those guys, yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really fucking funny.
Well, what's the?
I'm sure he doesn't even do that anymore, but it made me laugh so much at the time.
That's
So, like,
it's so over the top.
obviously he wants his women all over his dick, but for some reason he likes pouring coffee on his dick also.
That's like I like my coffee like I like my women. Like, wasn't that a famous thing? And then you would say like, sorry, sir, we don't have. I tried to do the bit without being racist, sexist,
Decaffeinated.
That's impossible.
Yeah, because the old joke was we don't have coffee with big tits, wasn't it? Like, I like my coffee like I like my women. We don't have, whorish coffee that
right,
with big tits.
Is that really a joke?
This bit I could drop out of the act. Well, I never put it in my act. This is all Blake Wexler's act.
All right,
guys,
honestly,
come on and
I
see
want
Blake
10%.
Wexler this week. He'll be at Giordano's in Kennett Square.
How did you know what Kennett Square was?
I grew up there.
All
In
right.
Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look
Are you
at me.
serious? Mushrooms.
Hey, Jake, remember when we were in Valley Forge?
I
I
do.
get jealous, so I try to act like we had a story.
Yeah, but you and I have that story, so maybe you could bring that up.
We were in Valley Forge. We went and got cheesesteaks every night.
Right, so you went to Conestoga as well also, right?
Oh, yeah, did you go to Conestoga?
Yeah, I graduated in 07.
Oh, I graduated in 04.
Oh, so we probably knew the same people.
Oh, yeah, did you have
Right.
Miss Worley?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Gym
shit, are you
teacher.
shitting me?
Yeah, of course.
Miss Worley
we
was the
probably
best.
had more in common, but
By the
why
way,
go into it?
We did have one teacher in common, and something about it says we're not that...
We did go to the same high school in Philly.
To George Carlin, and we did have one teacher that was the same, I think even two. And the reason that's...
Let's not get greedy.
Well, no, there was two, Mr. Eberly.
Oh, I do know who that is. Yeah,
he taught Spanish.
Yeah.
So,
Bueno.
I never... Can I tell you... What's the matter with you? I knew that...
¿Cómo estás, tú?
I would not be able to learn
not
another
it.
language. I knew as soon as that was an option to go, no, I will not. I was sweating it. I couldn't believe it. Guess what?
English is hard enough.
They saw the way I was doing in all my other things. They never even offered it to me. They know, no, don't even stress them out. And I swear to you, I thought at a certain age, next year everyone picks a language. I go, there's no fucking way I can do this. I remember going, I cannot do this. I cannot. And then they never asked me. It's like, it would be great if they were like, please don't even embarrass him. He can barely learn about the other things in the.
You really
English
grew up in
language.
Kennett Square?
Summers, yeah.
Kennett Square, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Where all the horses are?
The mushrooms.
My mom.
Mushroom capital of the
my mom,
world.
Avon Grove?
Like I'm 12.
You know what that is?
Kind of, yeah.
My friend
Jesus.
Katie, her husband,
Yeah?
they live in Kennett Square, and they have the type of land like old school land. Like I'm talking, I think it's like 10,000 acres in Kennett Square.
That's
And
a lot.
It's
That's
a beautiful.
too much.
Well, it's not like they have to cut it all.
That's true.
Yeah,
Is that the deal breaker?
Yeah, they landscape. Well, if you have to cut and landscape, you make it sound like 10,000 acres is too much. How could it be? If you happen to have that much land, how could it be too much? Not that I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Gypsies.
It's a very freedom. It's like you have this world to yourself.
Yeah.
You can
Squatter
drive
space.
you have a Jeep. You can drive it around it. So I don't.
Oh, that's
I don't
awesome.
think land is ever a bad thing to own. It's like probably out of all.
It's probably the best thing.
Well, out of all the materials.
That and people. I'm sorry, I've said too much.
Yes. Out of all the materialistic things you could want to own, think about it. Owning land, and especially if you're preserving it, it's pretty. It's a pretty cool thing to do. So I would be like,
Oh, it's the best.
I could see if you go like, how many?
gold.
You know how some here's why I reacted that way. You know how some people go, I get it. You collect cars, but how many cars do you need? You get that's what they want to do, but really, I thought that's the way you meant it.
Mavis says I need 40,000 cars.
That's not me. That's Blake Wexler. If Jay gets the show back, I'm sorry. But you said that about land. Like, do you need that much land? Like, what's wrong with owning land? Don't come down on those people. How dare you? A lot of people own land. Listen to my show.
What if Jay
I was
Leno
actually
replaced
saying-
Letterman?
What?
If Jay Leno got the late show?
Well, I tweeted that.
Oh.
But we already know that he did. Oh, you mean what if it got reversed? Yeah. I wouldn't. Hey.
No,
you know
he's
what?
saying what if he was replaced instead of Stephen Colbert, Jay Leno replaces David Letterman.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what I tweeted. Oh, you better take that thank you back, or I'll take my phone and shove
Oh,
it up
really?
your
You
ass.
better have retweeted me because I just reused a tweet on air.
No, wait
so
a second.
I'm also fucked.
Wait. To George Carlin.
Yes.
Do you not think that I tweeted that exact
I
line?
tweeted that also.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why it's funny, because I tweeted it.
But here, the reason why it's funny is, first of all, I'm reusing a tweet on this
tweet?
Oh, who cares?
podcast as material, which is really fucked up.
okay, it's
and I tried to pass it off as if I came off the cuff.
And now I had to start this dumb argument
now-
that you got to either...
but now we have to know, I guess, right?
I did tweet it. I tweeted...
I did too.
Okay, so
when
we
did
both
you
did.
do it? Yeah, I don't. It doesn't
Well, I
matter.
did it after I
don't
saw
even
you do
wanna
it.
know.
I got more Twitter followers. They're never going to know it came from you until now, and I'll erase this.
I like picturing that you retweeted what I said and you just wrote what he said, but what I said.
I know. I wrote, "What if David Letterman?" That's what I
Letter
wrote.
person.
And I
Let's
go,
not be sexist.
And then and then I did it again. I went, "Just confirmed by the Huffington Post. Leno takes over for Letterman." Like that's the official. Just confirmed by the Huffington Post. Ding ding. This just in from the Huffington Post. They
did it.
By the way,
They did it.
I have to give them an A+ for picking Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
I think he's going to make us all proud.
He's the
I hope.
best. There's no negative thing to say about that guy, literally.
Well, his hair is too nice.
This just in from the Huffington Post. Todd Glass endorses Stephen Colbert.
By the way, this is a two-parter, this show. On one side of the ring is the young Jacobs Adams. Remember you used to go to the gas station? It was you drive over it. You could drive over the other one. It'd be like ding, ding, ding. Keep dinging it. Ding, 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 ding. This is how they get your teeth out. They take a hammer. They put it right in your tooth.
That's a real whack-a-mole dentist.
Yeah, they go, let me get that tooth out. Okay. Then they go to the other side. They hit the hammer 3 times. This is what you get, folks. All right, listen. We have a bit that's going to be fun to do. And I'm glad you're here. And tonight's an exciting night for me. I didn't want to tell you, but we're celebrating our show. He fills it in later. No, seriously, tonight.
Pre-order Todd's new book. It comes out on June 3rd.
Who in the room? Wow, that looks like I put it there on purpose. Who in the room has a tattoo? But I swear to God, to George Carlin, I didn't put that there. No, I'm reading out of the
funny
cards.
that you asked.
Have you ever been a smoker? What did I do? Have you?
Who has a book coming
Who
out?
has a book coming out? Seriously, who has a book coming out?
The Todd Glass Situation, BarnesandNoble.com.
That worked out well.
What's the? Oh, I don't want to talk about this. Let's do this game. There's just all the questions are horrible. I mean, I guess I'll tell you what they are. What's the worst photo ever taken of you? Really?
How would anybody know that?
Well, you said
You gotta
tell people-
volunteer
you tell
the
people.
information.
Exactly.
Thank you.
What's the worst photo? Who
But I mean, can you even think of the worst photo?
No.
That's such a bad question.
First of all, I get it. I take a lot of photos I don't like, but I don't have one particular.
There's this
you know,
one
the
photo.
worst
I do.
photo I've ever done. Like you hold yourself that you deem your. Well, I guess this is what they think. You're talking about it. No, we're talking about it in a different way than you wanted us to talk about it. You don't want us to go, well, I got a photo that you're not going to believe. We're making fun of the absurdity of it. But what if they're saying, no, you're discussing it? Am I wrong? Did they do what they wanted to do?
I like what you're saying. You made it better.
But what do you think? They didn't want it to just drift off into the stupidity of the question.
It's the one where I had a breakout in college and my sorority sister kicked me in the pussy.
This is like
That was probably the worst photo I ever had.
This is the plot to Divergent. This they play a game wrong.
I hate
What's the
games.
most extravagant thing you ever purchased for yourself? People, this is the show now, so just fucking get used to it. I'm not shitting around. Just fucking hold on tight because I take these things. You never know what I'm going to do with them.
A Ukrainian whore in Caesar Palace.
Is that true?
In
Good for
Atlantic
you.
Is
Is that true?
$5,000.
I don't believe you.
She did everything I ever wanted.
What was that?
Just like held me.
Held you, talked to you, took you out at night.
Yeah.
She retweeted every one of my
Yeah,
tweets.
she retweeted all my tweets.
Yeah.
She got me 10,000 followers for $10.99.
She seems great.
What's the most extravagant thing you've ever gotten? And I think they know what they mean, like a watch. It wouldn't be a house. I don't. No. To me, well, I guess it could be.
I'll be honest. I bought myself a sports jersey for $450 at one point, and I don't have that kind of money.
What jersey?
It's currently on eBay. It's a.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
did
Or
you-
it isn't even yet. You know what? To George Carlin, it's not. I have to put it on eBay. It's the worst purchase I ever made.
How much did you spend?
$450.
Somebody had money at one point.
Excuse me. Hey, everybody. Blake Wexler's here. Move. Choo, choo.
Move over, Warren Buffett.
Choo, choo. Everybody, Blake is here.
Everybody, Blake is here.
Look at him. He has an expensive jersey.
Look at him. He has expensive jerseys.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm so fancy.
I'm so fancy.
Look at me walking straight.
Look at me walking straight.
That's all I got.
My parents rob banks.
It's a true story.
I'm in debt.
So the most extravagant thing, that's a good one. I'm really trying to, as I'm listening to your guys, I'm trying to think of mine. I don't know if I have one necessarily. Go ahead. What would you say? Oh, I know what it is.
You're special.
No, that I never sold. No, what's yours? Yeah, I did it all myself. It's a special I never told anybody about. Only Blake Wexler knew about it. No, go ahead.
very
About the
underground.
audience.
I shot it at Taj Mahal with 6 people in the audience. I thought it would be hip.
It was a bringer.
It was a bringer.
And he only brought 6.
I shot my special as a bringer.
Outdoors on a knife.
No, seriously, what was yours?
I mean, it's probably nothing that extravagant because I haven't had that much money. So, like, just like jeans or
How
Kiehl's
much?
products. I usually spend about $200 on those. What do you call them? APC jeans.
Put the lid on it and let me have it.
You can't wash them.
Thank you. $200. Yeah, they say. You know what they say? You're gonna. You know how you go. If I had money, how you want to be? You want to be someone who's. They say you'll spend your millions like you spend your dollars. So you don't get to guess how you're going to spend your money when you have it. You can look at yourself right now and go, that's how I'll be. Now that doesn't mean you can't change that, but you can't go, oh, when I have it. That my brother told me that years ago, and it really made me rethink. Every time I would get a little more money, I would spend it. Whatever it was. I didn't just never thought of having a nest egg. I would just spend it. Oh, I will get that. Oh, and then my brother goes, yeah, that's how you're going to. I'm like, I started going, nope, I don't need that. Starting, be a little more better with my money. So, jeans. I don't really have. Well, I was thinking.
Oh, aren't you a fucking saint? Oh, he has no vices.
I'm perfect.
Class.
That's real.
Ooh la la!
Buy my book June 3rd.
Yeah, what about the smoke machine that you bought? That's not anything that's
Oh.
extravagant.
I got my book in a hardcover.
Can I tell you why I didn't include the smoke machine? And you're all going to go. First of all, I know you're kidding, but yet I still feel the need to very heavily defend myself.
Do it.
You have a car, but you don't consider that extravagant thing because that's something that you needed, not in a delusional way. Not I should. So you don't consider it like that. I think you consider extravagant, at least the way you answered it, was jeans because you bought things that are more expensive than jeans. So why didn't you include them? Because that's not the question.
Oh,
you
yeah.
didn't need those jeans. You're saying.
Extravagant.
Well, I could have bought $40 jeans.
Yeah,
and
and
I've done the same thing.
And it's not a big deal, but you're going in that area. You're like, fuck it, I spent the $200. It's not the end of the world. You even said, and yours, it was what did you buy?
Extravagant?
Your jersey for $500.
It was extravagant.
Wextravagant. Thank you. That's great.
You had fun?
I love your.
That was a good time, right?
I love your nicknames.
That's okay.
You have the best nicknames. Look at this person walking
Yeah.
around. Who they hurting?
Yeah, herself with her eating habits.
No, I think that's a monk.
Yeah, well,
All right, listen, guys. What time?
a monk with spunk.
What was the most embarrassing lie you ever told?
It was probably about the lie about how much I spent on that jersey. It was $150 and it derailed my life.
I got to be honest, guys. Mine was $20 for a hat.
Why put a hat on that head of hair?
Well, I put a hat on that head of hair. What's the most? Thank you very much. Give Blake $20.
Done.
Oh, gambling. That's also extravagant.
What's the best Halloween costume you've ever seen? I know that one. My brother.
Seen?
Yeah, like you were at a party and you saw
Those are
it.
the weirdest questions. They're so like.
Well, why don't I got
Specific.
defensive and they're not even my questions? I'm like, what's wrong with that? They want to know. But
I get 1%.
What's the worst picture you've ever taken?
I know, that's
And
ridiculous.
then what's the best Halloween costume?
Did you
you've
understand
seen?
what I meant? Okay, maybe you could go, yeah, but you could go, oh, now we do. But I don't think you might have. Do you think they would take credit if we're making fun of what stupid questions they are? Because that's what a lot of people are going to do, what we do. They might answer the question or make fun of just the asking of it. But they might say, the maker of this game, yeah, either way, it's okay. That's the purpose of the game. Or is that not really? Does that make sense?
I hope so, yeah. I would hope that they benefit either way. We're still playing their fucking game.
We really are in the Matrix.
So even if you pull it out and you keep saying, oh, that's stupid, we still keep talking about shit.
We bought them.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't buy them. Somebody gave them to me. Have you ever been fired?
They sound like they were written by like North Korean people.
Have you ever been fired?
That's my
Yes.
least favorite.
Where?
I got in a fist fight with that boss.
Where at?
Who's at the resort at Squaw Creek at Squaw Valley.
On this corner, Andy Haynes, future comedian.
Wait, were you like a camp counselor or what?
No,
was it?
I was a banquets organized. Like I set up rooms for banquets at this big resort in Squaw Valley in Lake Tahoe.
I could never do that because I wouldn't want to do it the way the people wanted it. Oh, I go fucking nuts.
Well, he had us work like 60 hours a week, and then he fired me hella aggressively, and then I saw him at a bar, and he called me the N-word, and then I fought him.
Which you're not.
I know.
God,
Well, no,
he
he
sounds-
is.
hey, no matter what, he sounds smart.
I
Nobel
quit.
laureate.
Who?
He won the Nobel Peace Prize.
No, he didn't.
Seriously, for loudest fart.
You swear to God?
Yeah.
You can win a prize for that?
I was surprised, too.
That's how you control nations.
Jesus Christ.
Gets $1 million.
To George Carlin, I used to work at a beer and liquor store, and I wanted to quit, but I couldn't let them know that I was quitting just because I was so devastated by the job. So I told them I was going on tour. And whenever I go back, they're like, how's tour going? I'm like, I was just in San Francisco. To George Carlin, because I still go back there because I drink constantly. So I still have to go back there to buy alcohol, and they still give me a discount. They're like, yeah, so how's the tour going? I'm like, oh, it's great. I'm back in town for a week. And
They have like your picture up on the wall.
yeah, it's like, oh, what? It's my autographed headshot of me just winking and holding up a fucking A-OK sign. But but things aren't A-OK.
My friend Meg owned a Dairy Queen. Her
They're
and her
D-bad.
What's D-bad?
Things with me. So A-OK is like A+, it's a grade, and then OK is good.
Oh, you got
and
fired
D
from
is
that
a-
job. We're talking about.
Who's that now? Made her dick.
So I worked at a Dairy Queen. It was embarrassing because you don't want to cry when you're older. Made her dick. I heard that. Can't get anything by me. I worked at a Dairy Queen. My friend Meg and Howard, I guess they're my friends now. Back then, they were just, I was probably 15, 16. They were like 25, right? Even younger. And they had 3 of them, so I worked there. And then as I get older, I would keep working there, even after I was doing comedy. And then I went over to the register. Sometimes someone would punch things into the register, and then they would go, forget about it because the customer, they stopped the order, but they didn't stop the order. So when you go in and push 30 cents, and then this big order comes up because the person before you didn't clear out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I went over there, and I was bringing something in, and Meg goes, it just, went up. She goes, what is wrong? I started screaming at her. I'm like, you don't listen. And then I welled up a little bit. I was crying because I got so embarrassed. And then I went into the car and she came out. She felt so bad. To this day, I remind her about it.
That's all the emotions.
She came out. She was so sweet. Because, and then I was mortified that I was crying. I shouldn't tell this story on the podcast. People think of me as a real tough guy.
That's true. Well, I mean,
not.
You did choose the first question about who here has a tattoo, and it was obviously you.
Notice
so.
I passed by it. But anyway, that's my story about getting fired.
Were you fired from Dairy Queen? Was that in Frasier?
Oh, I was fired from another job, too, at the deli. He didn't like I told him what to do. I was the same way then. I'm like, we shouldn't shred our lettuce. It's cheaper. And I was right. Don't shred the lettuce. He would shred it on the deli slicer and put it in the hoagies. No, pieces. Fucking idiot.
So
I used to trick him.
Well,
honestly,
by the way, to
way,
George Carlin, you were fired because you would fuck with like the system, or what? Why were you fired?
No. On that job. Oh, wait a second. At the deli. I was fired. He said something about I forget. He was a nice guy, Mr. I forget his name, but I admire him. He was like he had a lot.
But why were you fired?
Because why would I don't know if it was specifically. Maybe he just found a reason. He said something about like derogatory. I think that's something about you people. And I was like, he thinks I'm half Jewish, half Italian. So which side is he insulting? But I was like, and then I said something like, what's that have to do with anything? So many years go by. If it seems like I'm lying, I'm not. It's just that's how I'm thinking.
I'm
really
just
forgot
asking,
that story. There were details. There was something like that happen.
But it was a prejudice thing.
Not really. I think he just was. I was probably being overly dramatic, and he was probably being underly sensitive. And together we met.
Together
in the still.
Together, you two
night.
came together to form one lack of a job.
But I used to go back to Dairy Queen after high school and open it up and let like everybody eat there. I was like, that was my way of trying to be cool. I'm like, yeah, I'll open it up. I don't care. They're like, oh, whatever you want, take you. People are like, can I have a bag of dilly bars? I'm like, yeah.
You better.
I go take an ice cream cake. I don't give a shit.
I love a dilly bar.
Watch your mouth. My mom listens to the show. You pile of shit.
Sorry, Mrs. Glass.
Do you know what a dilly bar is?
Yeah, I really do love dilly bars.
Do you like Buster bars?
No, I don't know that one.
They're good too.
Ice cream dilly bar.
You want to know what a dilly bar is?
I do.
Okay, you take a Dixie cup. You put ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge. Ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge. Ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge, and then peanuts. And
ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge. Ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge. I get a peanuts and fudge.
You dip it in the chocolate.
Go ahead, you got it.
Ice cream, peanuts, hot fudge. You get a dilly bar.
No, that's a Buster bar.
Oh,
a dilly bar is just ice cream with assortment of different flavors for a soft-coated shell.
It's even hard to explain a dilly bar because there's an apparatus we had to use to make it. It was like a metal thing, and then we'd put the ice cream in. It made like a huge ice cream lollipop is what it did. Picture like a gigantic, thick, like and it's on a stick, and it's like an ice cream lollipop. And then we used
like
to
a Dove bar, like that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm into it.
Oh, you know what? A Dove bar is an exact way, only freshly made.
By the way, Dove is the only company to master both sweets and soap.
I know they should invent chocolate.
Chocolate soap.
Forget the
chocolate soap.
Edible soap.
Eat it. You wash your mouth.
Couldn't
out.
get your wife out of the shower. Why are you still in the shower? We are Italian immigrants.
There is a fucking drought.
We do not have the money for the water. I cannot afford the utilities. Sorry.
We're going to pass it off on someone else.
I love Dolly Parton.
Yeah!
She's on stage.
Nice tits!
Hey.
Hey.
We said sick tits, he said. Sweet knockers!
We'll be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you.
Think of your fellow man, and in my helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate.
Not now, seriously, Jake. Do you get mad when I do that? A little. Tell him to do it, and then make him go find it, and then have the audacity to go, not now. Not now. Please.
You've mastered it.
It's not. Well, this is what I do. All right, let's put these back. We have a great game for you to play. This cards was fun.
I'm sorry if I insulted the cards, Todd.
Shut up.
I didn't mean to
Tell
knock
me,
the cards.
to George Carlin, I want to know, because this is what, if I guess...
Who?
To George... to George Carlin. Be honest. Do you feel like you thought that I might have thought you insulted the cards? Because I swear, absolutely not. Like, I want you to be honest.
I just,
though.
Maybe you love the cards and
No,
and then I'm
no,
just
no.
shitting on them.
It's-
Like every question, I'm like, those are dumb
No.
cards.
First of all, I agreed with you.
Sometimes I don't know.
No,
you know.
shut up, stop it. I agree with you. That was the same point I was making. Anybody that listens back to this show is, because there's two things that happen. The listeners always have clarity, even when we don't. Now that people listen, they're like, no, Todd was saying the same thing that Andy was saying. I was agreeing with you.
Was he fucking with me?
No, to George Carlin, I said.
Who?
That's a safe word. That's a safe word to George Carlin. So you know that no matter what, I'll never break that. So I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, not only did you know it, I know what you mean. I might have not thought it was the worst thing in the world, but like, let's say you weren't here, I might say this. I know I'm supposed to have a sense of humor, but man, I'm trying to do that thing with the cards, and I love Andy,
Yeah.
but no,
Okay.
not at all. To George Carlin, not at all. To George Carlin, not at all.
All right.
But I love you that you maybe even thought that,
I just didn't want to shit on the cards, so I'm sorry.
No, but I'll go back to what I said now. Not only did I not get offended, but I was saying the same thing. I was saying up front. Remember, that's the thing I was talking about. Like, we're making fun of the questions, but is that with the maker of the game? Look, I said it already.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying the same thing. Like, it's causing conversation, but about how stupid it is. But would the maker of the game go, that still counts? I don't. That's a good question. I really do think that's a good question, even though I'm fresh.
I wonder if they're that Machiavellian.
What?
Like,
does that
to
mean?
know
Like
that
evil
people, yeah.
motherfuckers.
Like people that would know that people would talk shit. They're like, it doesn't even matter if the game is horrible,
Like that
because
kinda-
they'll still be talking about us.
I think they don't. I think they think they'll just bring up. Everyone has a story about, the worst picture. Everybody. I don't think they think the purpose of the game is to talk about how stupid it is. So if that's how you're enjoying the game, no, you're not giving the game a good grade, because you might do it the first time, but you're not going to do it again. That's the difference. Because you know what I mean. I'm throwing this out with your goddamn business card.
Hey, listen, how am I going to get an acting, writing, comedian job if you throw that away?
You know what? I wish I should make some copies of these and hand them out at the Improv one night when you're doing a show. Blake told me to
Yeah,
give these
well,
to you.
enjoy doing that once every 6
Oh.
months.
You know what I was remembering was when you told me to leave those signs in Montreal. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was nice of you.
That was so funny.
He made I couldn't go to Montreal one year. They invited me, but I couldn't go. No, it was a year
Right,
that I
right.
wasn't invited. And he I had them printed. They were on yellow paper, black lettering. If they printed them out, and I think he did that or whatever. That's not the point. What did I say on it?
It was like something like
I still do comedy. Todd
Yeah,
Glass.
like to all of Montreal Just for Laughs attendees. This is Todd Glass. I'm fine. I'm still doing comedy. I just couldn't make it this year or something
yeah,
like
and
that.
then I had him put them out on all the tables. And he did it for me.
Yeah.
You know what? I forgot that was you.
That's awesome.
I'm a good guy.
You
I
know
have
what
a story that I prepared.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
We both said it together.
what? So this guy I work with, this is worth it. I swear to
We're
fucking-
fine.
to
I
George
can't
Carlin.
believe how quick it goes.
This is the guy I work with. He's an associate producer on Key and Peele. His name is James. He told me a story. He used to work when he moved out here. He worked at a golf course, and there was a guy, and it was raining one day, and he called in. He was like, "Yeah, I can't come into work today. It's raining." And then James was like, like what's his face says he can't come in today because it's raining, and his bosses are like, "You still have to come in. You can't not come
Where
into
was
work."
this happening?
At a golf course that they worked at. It's like, you can't just not come in because it's raining.
And
like,
this,
you
where is this
still-
at, in Philadelphia or California?
No, in California. It's
Right.
like, you have
Maybe
to come
he
in.
lives on a muddy hill.
Maybe, but here's I'm gonna give away why that's not the truth.
Okay.
So he goes like, yeah, I can't come in because it's raining. Like, oh, like he can't come in when it's raining. You still have to come into work. That's not an excuse. And the guy just goes, Jesus, fuck it. Just tell him I'm drunk. And it turns out that the guy was an alcoholic. So basically what happened, he was just like he was trying to find an excuse not to go into work because he was drunk as hell. He was just like, it's raining. That's probably the excuse. And you're just like, it's raining. I can't come in. They're just like, yeah, you still have to come in. He goes, well, I guess they called me on my bluff. I'm drunk. Can't come in.
I'm fired.
I guess you just got to fire me then because I'm drunk. Touche on you because you called me on the fucking rain thing.
Hello, is Danny there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Danny, why aren't you coming to work today?
It's just raining. We're not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, you still gotta come into work even though it's raining.
All right. I'm fucking drunk. You called me on it. I can't make it in. I'm too trash.
Let me call you. You be the boss.
All right.
Hey, listen, a cousin of mine, practically like a second dad, passed away last night. I'm not gonna be able to come in today.
It just seems like super short notice because you're calling me in the morning. I just don't know. I mean, I feel like you should still probably. I mean, just put a couple hours in and then we'll send you home.
I'm coked up and fucking whores.
All right, yeah, stay home.
Okay,
Hey,
thanks.
you never hung up on me.
See you on Tuesday.
Oh.
Oh, you're still on the line.
I'm still on the phone.
Okay.
What were we talking to you about?
Just business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Business? What
Yeah.
business?
Paper business.
So going forward, how do you think we can grow?
I can't make it into work today.
Oh.
Right.
I have my elbows itch.
Well, listen.
You're still arguing why you can't come in, and I'm the boss trying to balance both.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
be.
Listen.
My elbow itches.
Can I go first? No, that's mine.
Well, I feel like so he just said that his.
He just took mine. All right,
Right,
it's raining.
Okay, yeah, no, it's raining, but you still have to come in just
No,
in
it's
case
cats
other.
and dogs.
Right, no, but
Whenever-
literally cats
Come
and
on.
dogs are not. So you still have to come
No,
in. I'm
it's
so sorry.
dangerous.
Right.
Hey,
Who else is on the line?
Claude.
It's
Right.
Tim. Listen, it's gloomy.
Hi, Tim.
It's so gloomy.
Right, I know, but I mean, if anything.
Tim does live in a valley.
Right,
Yeah,
he does live in the valley, but just because
valley.
of it, no, but you can still see in front of you.
The,
And he said
the mist comes in. It's so dark.
Right, I
would
don't know
say
why you're
it's probably
arguing
out
for
of
him because I still
Tim.
haven't excused you from not
Vitamin
coming
D,
into work.
Tim.
Hey,
Vitamin
boss.
D.
Right. You're giving him tips. I'm still actually able to hear both of
Can I
these
tell you
things.
the truth?
So I mean,
Seriously.
you can tell me the truth,
My
and I feel
mother-
like you're selling yourself short. But you go ahead.
So
Saying what
I
you're
live
gonna
at the
say.
top of a very
I know,
long set
but
of
you
stairs.
still have to come. Is it up or down? Like, are you walking down the steps?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, that seems like a lot, but that's not necessarily. You
Blake,
move there and you would
Blake,
stab to that.
I'm gonna let
Yes.
you. I'm gonna let you flip back and forth
Okay.
to us because otherwise we can both be on different lines. It would
All right.
make more sense.
So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You go.
Am I still the boss?
You're still the boss.
Okay,
but
okay.
You flip back and forth over to me, over here.
Right. Okay. So line one. Okay. Listen, I know you have walking up back and forth like between two levels, but you did know that when you applied here, so that's still not necessarily.
Yeah,
an
but
excuse.
today's
Okay.
especially hard because
Right.
it's
Right.
like-
I know it is. Can you just hold on 1 second? Yes. Blake speaking.
Yeah, Blake.
How you doing? It's Dan.
Hey Dan. All right. So we're gonna see you in a couple hours to
Yeah,
come in because
listen,
your shift is. I'm sorry. What is that
I
now?
heard it might rain Thursday.
Right.
so
It might. I mean, that's 2
I'd
days
rather
from
not-
now. So.
No, you never know.
right.
Sometimes they're off 2 days.
Okay. Right. I know, but it's still you still
Yeah,
are
I feel
due in
funny
2
about it
hours.
with the kid.
I know. I didn't know you had a kid, but that's very
My
bizarre
wife
because we're
had a baby.
24.
She's
Okay. All
having it
right.
right now. She's in the hospital.
All right, you said it right. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes,
I
go
can't
ahead. Right.
come in because Crazy Ones got renewed.
Okay, crazy one. That seems like a show. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard Crazy Ones got renewed.
All right, well, that sounds like you're actually. It's not necessarily. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Honestly, listen, Crazy Ones having a show renewed is not necessarily a mistake that you can actually.
I realized
for.
today that I'm a total fraud.
Okay, you may be. What are you a fraud about, actually? Because I feel like that can be a
I'm
thing.
not
Okay,
gonna-
I'm sorry. We'll get right back to you. Yeah. Who is this now?
Hey.
Okay, I recognize your voice, and you seem like
again.
you're very serious. Now, all right, anyway, I am expecting you in an hour and a half just because that is the schedule, and it's very fragile. So anyway, we'll get
Every
back
one
to
of
you.
my
Now, I'm
relatives-
putting you on hold.
Every one of my
So,
relatives-
click.
every one of-
Boop.
everyone-
Yeah.
every-
So,
every-
now, we were
I read
talking
this
about...
story about a guy who all his relatives died.
Okay, now I know.
and it was on Huffington Post.
Right. But just because you read something doesn't mean it necessarily happened to you. So you actually have to still come in, even though you read something depressing. We'll get right back to you. I'm sorry, I have a call on the other line. Yes. Beep. Next.
And curtain.
Andy Haynes. Andy Haynes.
I wanted to do that for an hour and a half.
Danny. Tex-
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here we go. You're
Who is this now?
Oh. No.
I want to do this so bad. We're actually going in for the close.
No, it's not.
Well, we have. When I say that, we have a little bit of time, but I'm very excited to do this. It's something Whittimer Thomas started with Clay Tatum. Clay Tatum. So it's this. You're in the car. I'll do it first, obviously, and then you just keep doing it, and you all come up with your own. I think what he said was the more detailed you'd get, well, you'll see the gist of it. We're driving in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Guys.
Car sound?
Let's make the car sounds just real soft in the background, and then we'll do that, and then we'll pick the songs.
Come on, get some car sounds.
No, he has them.
Jesus.
Download them.
Get these cars.
We don't pay for DSL for nothing.
We don't need it if you don't have it. Don't worry about it.
Are we ISDN?
DSL's
this,
in, right?
This gives you get.
Who's that now?
I like.
Oh no, that won't. That's okay. We don't need it. Don't worry
Wait,
about it.
can you explain the bit a little more so we can do it?
I'm going to do it.
In a very fast
I'm going to do
car.
it. Hold on. Don't you have some? Don't even worry about it. Because it gets in the way maybe even a little bit. But if you have something and you want to play it softly, that's okay.
Try it again.
We're all in the car. Here's the bit.
Yes.
I started up. We're on a trip. We've been driving. For whatever the reason, you can figure out what's happened. Because here's where it all starts. Guys, I can't take it anymore. I can't take everyone arguing. I need everyone to just shut up. I can't believe it. I rented a van so we can all...
Fuck you,
no,
Randy.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Okay,
no.
okay, all right, sorry.
Can I just get... This helps. Some peace and quiet.
All right.
And I'm going to listen to a song and just go to my happy place. Thank you.
Found a peanut just now. Cracked it
Fucking
open,
can't take it anymore.
Cracked it open just now. It was rotten.
Well, sit here and listen to my playlist that I made.
Ate it anyway, just now.
So it's your turn now, Blake. You're just leading up to that. You just want to listen to this set list you put together. And you don't have to say hit play. You just insinuate that after you're done, you're pressing play. Okay, go ahead.
Enough! Fucking enough! You, Gary, Billy, Laura, and Diane, I'm not your dad. I'm just trying to fuck your mom and come in her ass. And you're just fucking talking like I owe you shit, like I owe you snacks. And I owe you treats. But I'm just trying to play a mix for your mommy to get her into bed with me. Alright? So shut up, keep it down. I'm an artist and I can compile shit. Shut up, Darren. You're also here.
Little bunny foo-foo, hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Down came the good fairy, and she said,
Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you.
I'm not joking around. I'm being honest. I put these in between my tracks on my CD just to fluff it up a little bit.
That's good stuff.
You want to try one?
Sure.
Okay. Why every time do we have to restart the car again?
Listen.
It's like we're wasting gas.
It's a Ford.
Leave the air conditioning on. Every time he shuts it off, I think the air gets all hot in the car.
Listen,
I want to picture air just...
I am driving the car right now. Come on. Could you don't grab the keys when I'm... Seriously. Don't grab them again, Todd. Don't... I swear to fucking God.
Uncle
if
Todd
you touch
apologized.
those keys one more goddamn time. I am trying to tell... God damn it, Todd. That's dangerous. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, listen, I'm sorry.
It's a power steering car. If you turn off the engine, I can't steer. What if we get in a fucking accident?
All right.
Jesus Christ. Fuck you. You little son of a bitch. I swear to fucking God.
I'm sorry.
All right, let me just... All right, fuck. Ah! I'm going to put on this song, and I'm going to relax for one goddamn second, and you're not going to touch shit, all right? You're not going to touch shit. Got it? All right. Everybody be quiet, and let's just listen to my music.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star,
Ladies and gentlemen, today at 3 o'clock, I've decided to step down from my podcast, turning it over to Blake Wexler with co-host will be announced.
Excellent decision.
Isolate the fuck out of that. Anyway, I feel like you guys are making jokes, but I still want to seize this opportunity to seize this podcast for myself. So anyway, we're back, and I just want to talk about a bunch of key issues. So we got an email recently from a listener named Maldives. And Maldives.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
It's the
You don't have a right to say anything because it's my show.
Oh,
now,
it's your
'cause you
show now?
ceded it to
Oh,
me.
so it's your show, so I'm just here.
Right,
Okay.
right.
How did you take it over? I died?
Because I got an email recently. No. I mean, you gave it to me, so you're out. And you have, honestly, if you say anything else, it's going to make me sick. So, and you don't want to make a host sick. So honestly, recently, I got an email from someone from the Maldives, and he was recently like, hey, how do you arrange furniture on your yacht? And my answer to that is obviously, how much space do you have? So I'm assuming you have maximum amount of space where you
so
put the
lost.
chairs down. Honestly, you do keep talking, and it is very odd because it's my show now. So living in the Maldives, being a very rich man. What is that now? You go pee. Honestly, do whatever you have to do. It's not your fucking show anymore. You can fucking take a shit and do a somersault.
Can I
no
still
one gives
talk
a crap.
as a guest?
Yeah, of course. You're my guest now.
Right. What
So,
kind
yeah.
of what kind of footage are we talking on this yacht? Like
On the yacht?
50,
We're talking about
100.
Right. Oh, well, here's the thing. We have cameras installed in all sorts of places. We have one in the steering wheel, or the steering wheel, as we say, the navigation terminal, as I like to call it, because that's what we say on the yacht. And then we also have one at the very tip of the, how do you say?
Crow's nest?
The crow's
Bow.
nest. I prefer Eagle's Squadron
Yeah.
because it makes it more fancy. So we have it coming down. We have an above shot. And then we also have a satellite photo where, you know about Google Earth, which it's not Google Earth, it's Google Earth, which actually Will Smith founded, and then I bought from him after
Earth?
he did Earth. You know when he
Google
did that?
Earth.
You know when he did Independence Day when he was
Yeah.
like Welcome to Earth? I bought that and I made it Google Earth, which is actually
Is it a separate app?
well, no. I basically released Will Smith. Who's that now?
No. You can't break the George Carlin. You try to sometimes, but you hate it. But it's all right. We'll get right back to it.
To
But
George Carlin.
If I'm saying to George Carlin, you'll know, like, I really need this. 'Cause
Yes.
It sucks being lost.
Yeah, I'm out.
No. What? Out of what?
I'm out doing that bit to take a break for
I don't-
you.
Just for a second.
For George
I
Carlin.
am so lost.
You gave your show to Blake, and now he just took over right away.
Right. You did as a passing line. You did that, and then I capitalized on
that
it.
I sort of figured. I figured because I remembered that. It was like, okay, you sort of just railroaded. You go, it's my show. That I got. That totally
Yes.
I got. But then I'm confused in the story. You're talking about a yacht.
Yes.
What his show would be.
It's my show. Todd, you're
I'm laughing at.
Todd.
I felt bad for Jake. He's like, oh my god, I shouldn't be guessing what a show would be. Like,
No, you're right. No. Your podcast is hosted in a B+ studio, and mine's on a yacht.
Oh, you do yours on a yacht?
Of course.
Oh.
What am I gonna do it on
You think the
non-international
listeners knew
waters?
that? Do you think the listeners knew that? To George Carlin.
I honestly,
What was that sound? Well, why don't we isolate that? Huh? You don't think we have that? You don't think everyone heard that?
You didn't go to that improv school and nothing. You've heard of yes and, right? But you've never heard of.
Everyone went, yeah, it's huh? And where? Huh? God, there might be nothing funnier than
I'm
that.
from the school of and save yourself.
Huh? Think of something. Oh, you're not from the improv school of buys you 3 seconds? Sure. Hey, where'd Fuckface go?
Fuckface went to go Tinkle Winkle.
Once in a while, people do that. I'm being totally serious. Oh, yeah, I'll just pee. Think because I do.
Well, he knew I was in control.
Hurry up. Run back into the village. It's not like you're strolling through the mall. You know what I was thinking the other day?
What?
I bet, first of all, what made me think about it is I'm sure Chad would love that he made it in a jingle, and I'm glad because he deserves it. I like Chad. He's a good guy.
I don't know who. What are we talking about?
Chad Denick. In
Oh,
that
right.
song.
Comedian.
But here's something else I thought about, and then I want to go back to you taking over the show. You know the
Me
way.
too.
You know the way. You know the way you can make a security guard at a mall, like literally, if it's a guy, have his penis like crash through his pants because he gets such a big boner is act like you think he's a cop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. I bet you'd hear. Oh, officer, I already have 2 tickets. Because, every so often they pull someone over and they think they're cops.
Right.
Someone's just not aware. But most people, they go, no, I know I'm getting pulled over by a security guard. But if you act like cop, you treating him like a state trooper, oh, they're going to fucking love. All of a sudden,
it tears through his pants.
I know it's gross the way I said it.
It gets caught in a ceiling fan, gets spun around, and then snaps the wings off the ceiling fan, and it still remains hard or whatever. I don't know what's going on. How are you?
Dude, I think you know. Okay,
yeah, I do.
You're fine. Is everybody good?
Is everyone fine?
Yeah. That's right. What would you do if you were on a talk show? We've done this sort of a la thing like this, and you have to talk into the. This is you. They tell you to play Ray Charles. You don't know it's got a long opening. By the way, I did not adjust this opening. Good, you're the DJ. Throw to this song.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're signing multiple things down here at the car dealership. We have a blood drive going on here, and coming up, we have a brand new artist. Not too brand new for our older listeners, but we got a guy named Ray motherfucking Charles. Oh, I can't say fuck because it's on
Let's
there.
do it again. Let's start it again.
So you want me to go right into...
Well, you're supposed to talk about anything. Like you think you're going to go. It's 8:45, 8:45, and then... But the words never come. For some reason, this is the longest opening I've ever heard. I didn't loop this. So I thought, what would a DJ do on his first day? I always picture it for comedic reasons. What would he say in all this amount of time?
Okay,
it's a lot to have to say. You don't have to take the responsibility.
Wait, no. Here, can I be the to be the DJ to fill the space, and then I go slightly over, and then I have to cover up just be.
Whenever you get to the end, when you mess up, it's always funny comedically how you would handle that. So,
all right, perfect. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So we can leave everything in that just happened. We'll just do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So good. You're the guy.
Wait, can you start it over?
You want to throw to him?
Yeah. Or real quick, Jake, start whenever the thing starts. So, and I'm gonna cover it up. So here, start from the beginning, and then I'll try to make up for it. Anyway, you listen to 94.1, the beat. We have a blood drive coming up here on 96.6666, our sister station. But anyway, we're going to try and make it for last time, and we're broadcasting live from... Sorry, we're going
The words haven't come yet.
So we're all having fun, and we're all going to make up for last time.
I feel like this is too much to ask you to do. Oh, you're not high.
No. I can do it. So I thought we were going to go back to bum, 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 bum.
What's that?
So here, we'll do
What's
lyrics.
Boom,
We'll do
boom,
lyrics.
boom, boom?
No, here, do it again. Now I know how to do it.
Here's what happens in this song. It's shittily recorded for some reason, so it doesn't am I right? It's not coming. It jumps up. I thought it was that we didn't have something plugged in, but then I realized halfway through, I'm like, oh, that's just a shitty recording.
They should have hired me. I've always said
Notice he has to move all the way up and get close to the mic, but he knows he's got a good one. Picture what it's like for Aristotle when he's getting up forward. I think I'm going to move forward with a good one-liner here, and then sit back and take it easy.
Here, so this will be my last chance to do it. So I'm going to be the guy who gets cut off by the lyrics. Right.
Okay, those lyrics, even though the sound changes, the lyrics don't come in for a while.
Right.
All right, so that's not the point.
Cool. Anyway, you were just listening to Bruce Springsteen album right back there. So anyway, I just want to plug our sponsors. We got Chevy's on the Boulevard down there at 9600 in North Philadelphia. And they're signing racks, and we're doing a brand new promotion. We got hot dogs, 2 for the price of 1.
No,
and by the
not
way,
even a good deal.
we got 4 for the price of fun, and that's what we're doing right now. And by the way, the Philadelphia Eagles, we have a game coming up against the Redskins of Washington, and we have a bunch of free extra seats. All you got to do is call in and say, beep, beep, I want a car. That's all you got to do. You got to convince me that you got a goddamn fucking car waiting for you, and that you yourself are the horn located within the wheel. And that's what we're saying here. So anyway, what we got here is we got a couple of dweebs wearing free-ass Nike shoes, and we got the Plymouth Mall. By the way, we have the Plymouth Mall waiting for us. We got a Foot Locker within there, and you get 4 tall tees for the price of 1. That being said, we have a bunch of guys lining up. We got a bunch of gals slamming down. That being said, you gotta fill up your tires. You gotta fucking let a little air out. And by the way, all of us sitting at home, you're like, oh, my tires are full of air. Let a little bit out, and we can let a few more pieces of air in there, and we can let you fall in the prize line. By the way, we got a blood drive going on also right now. We got O positive. If you're O positive, don't be O negative, because we got to collect all the blood. Because it's very rare down there. And we got, what we got? We got what? A blood, B blood. And by the way,
hold on. Here's what happened.
Also going on, it just came in.
Here's what happened. For some reason, this is a funky recording, but it's okay. I'd rather be honest and where you're at in a bit than have to go later, try to figure it out.
Right.
So when Ray Charles comes in, it's loud and you hear it, but for some reason, this recording...
to George Carlin, I thought that would have come in 6 seconds into the bit,
but by the way,
that's why it was poor what I just did.
No, first of all, the fact to watch anybody sit and have to talk that long to me is very amusing.
Okay.
But from when you should have heard it was only about 6 seconds. For some reason, that song has that long of a lead-in, the real song. Even though when it came in, you didn't hear it with some oomph. That's why the bit fucked up right at the end. I'm irresponsible.
No, the people. Spaghetti Pepitone.
Spaghetti Pepitone. Oh, let's go in for a slow close here. Just say goodbye and...
Do you guys want to try it? Like doing the lead up to the thing?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to try it?
I would love to hear Andy.
Well, here's the problem. We can't do it. We didn't hear anything because it doesn't work. Because for it to work, that... What?
I can play that betting and then play a different song when you want me to.
That's really hard. I was watching that and I was very impressed with how long you were going. I don't know if I can do that long.
You want to try?
That means everything to me.
What if he does it? He's like so brilliant. He's like, hey, 45, we're going to be down the bar at the ball. We're going to raise some risk for handicapped children. Everything you're going to do down there. Come on, Dad. You get to beat me. Hot tot. That's about as far as I can go doing that.
Yeah, it seems difficult. Anyway, bang.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to 97.3 The Wolf. Ow!
Oh, I have an idea. No, because I'm going to give him the better music. Play the music we play for What's the Matter with You. And then eventually I'll come in, like we'll fake like the song comes in, but it's a good betting, and you have to talk during this betting, I think. Okay, cool. I know it's so. What station do you work for? This is what you're like. That makes it funnier. This is the music you're playing on your station. This is where you got a job.
Welcome back to 97.3. The cheesiest station on the This is the only Italian American radio station on the West Coast where we play all the pizza-est music. Yes, Italy, Italia. Hey, you guys are eating pasta? You guys eating cheese? Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
You guys are kissing your wives? Yeah, you're kissing your little...
Is that what you talk about? Because you want to get a job in a bigger market, so you send your tapes around of you bantering before the song bridge. So this is your opportunity.
It's so hard for me to do it in this accent.
You can switch it. You do whatever you want. I want to hear whatever you have to do.
Are you eating the pasta and the cheese?
Are you eating the right? Exactly. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Are you eating the pasta and the cheese? What? There's a pile of pasta and a pile of cheese, and everyone goes and eats it?
Yeah, this is... I can't even do the accent anymore.
Are you eating the pasta and the cheese?
I like that one.
Want to hear?
I really like that kind of voice. I've always wanted to be able
Which
to do
one?
that. Like it's kind of like the fat, older Italian or Latin guy. He's like,
oh, mama son.
Yeah. What did you say?
Mama son. Do we have any
Papa son?
What's that song called?
Keep doing
What's that song? Mama son. I feel bad when Blake looks at
Mama
me
say,
justifiably
Mama
like you should. Todd, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And you shouldn't, because I'm giving you nothing.
No, I do know what you're talking about.
Mama son, what am I, a moron? I'm barking at you like a dog. But I'm hoping somebody, the listeners are like, I know what song he means, from Godfather.
Right.
Do you have any Godfather music?
Well, I've seen you do that bit where you actually shoved marshmallows in your mouth.
Well, it's fun.
Or marshmallows, how that fucking bullshit word's
It
spelled.
depends how rich you are. But I do.
Very.
I do it with cotton balls too.
My dad made a cool 6K this year.
I
So
love that you and your.
I don't want you to thinking I'm out of bounds.
Godfather music. What's the matter? You don't think you want to do Godfather impersonations? Hey, Blake.
Yes.
How you doing?
I've been better.
What's the matter?
My butter's been spoiled.
Now you make a cool 6K.
Yeah, my daddy, my Papa Giorgio made a cool 6K this year, and I take 0.00%. So I bought myself a hat.
Let me ask you a question. I said, let me ask you a question. What?
What's that now?
Oh my God, you're killing me.
Why?
You said, ask me a question.
How?
Let me ask you a question. Why are you crying?
We are out of tomatoes.
What? What's the matter?
The tomatoes went back.
Gravy. Nobody hates the tomatoes.
Everybody like your gravy.
No, we are out of tomatoes.
Come on.
Dente was the name of my daddy, and he's going away now.
Why you gotta be so upset?
I love my Sicilian pizza from Papa Jean.
Oh, Papa Jean.
Papa
Jean. Everybody try to do their best. What's his name?
I'm just to say that because Whole Foods is closed now.
What if you're going out for an audition and you pick the worst? You're doing a God fair guy, but you bring in modern day, so you ruin it.
Eat fiber because fiber cleanses your body. I should know. I'm a doctor.
Let me tell you something. I can't eat gluten.
Listen, I know you're looking for an Italian Don, but you gotta go to BlakeWexler.com, and you gotta look at his tweets, and you gotta see his cause he's better at other things, cause this may not be the right role for him, but he's good for other stuff there. Bring him in for a general, and he'll tell you where he's from.
Why doesn't the LA subway go to more convenient stops?
Why you care?
What's that now?
Why you care? Because I like the subway. I want to take the subway to Beverly Hills.
Eat fresh.
I thought they were opening up a Whole Foods in my neighborhood.
Am I stealing yours?
No.
You said Trader Joe's.
No, I said Whole Foods, but that's fine.
You said Whole Foods?
Yeah.
So I'm totally stealing yours.
No, but Trader Joe's.
I knew I heard it.
Maybe you have an original take on it.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
What's that now?
I don't like. Where's my music?
Where's my belly?
I feel weird.
I got a
Russians now?
I got a new Prius. It
You
gets 50
did?
miles to the gallon.
Oh.
I love it.
You
I also
love
like
it.
that Mini Cooper. It's not so bad.
Mini Cooper was actually
I'm
my
actually-
first henchman. What were you saying there?
Mini Cooper.
A fan of the Fiats.
Oh.
Minnie Cooper. She used to open up for George Carlin. And we'll be back with the Todd Glass Show. No. All right. How is everybody?
Fine.
I like to go in for such a close so slow because it's such a place to go back to the real world.
My favorite reality TV show.
Altadena.
Argentina.
Mamma mia.
My mama was born with 6 thumbs and 2 pussies.
Oh. What's up?
Pussy.
Grazie.
Seriously, don't make jokes.
Don't make jokes.
You know what? I'm not joking.
Make it a jokes.
What if I knew you were coming? I'd have baked the cake.
You would have baked the Blake?
Yeah.
I knew you were coming. I'd
Never
have baked the cake. Baked the cake.
This is our show, everybody.
You were coming
How
on
to
to bake the
cake.
cake.
Ooh, hot you do, hot you do.
Hot you do, hot you do, hot you do, you Jew. Do
Hey,
you
hey,
Jew?
hey.
What you gonna do?
Chris.
Happy Passover.
Hey, everybody. Happy Passover. Do you know some very religious people? Well, I don't know if this is the guy at the car wash making this up, but he
Oh, go
said
ahead.
they have once a year customers, and they're Jewish people that will wash their car for what are we celebrating right now?
Passover.
Passover.
First night
And he
tonight.
said, so I went into the cars today. I did notice a lot of Orthodox Jewish people. I was like, it's so crowded here today. She goes, yeah, we call them our once a year customers for whatever the reason. Some, not all, but just wash their car once a year. I think that's funny. Like that many people wash their car once a year, whoever it was. It could
But
be.
that can't be. There has to be something about the holiday. Like, do you think that like?
I do think it's a cleansing. You're probably.
But I
right.
wonder if like they have like a rabbi come down and like.
Well, Jake just answered the question and probably rightfully answered it, like because it's a cleansing of the.
No, but I mean, like, but why would they be? But they wash their
Fresh
cars
start?
other times, right?
We're not. Yes, obviously, not everyone adheres to that in that group, but maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a rule like other rules. Some people break it, some people don't. But these are the people that don't wash their car except for this time of this day. It was
I
very
went to my
exciting. Can I imagine? I imagined L.A. cleaner. All the shit that we got cleaned out of those cars. Ugh, vacuuming it up. You know what that vacuum, when there's 4 of them vacuuming, 4 employees there, vroom, 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 vroom,
Yeah.
vroom,
Yeah.
sucking shit and dirt out of your car.
I went to my first Seder last night. It was pretty fun.
Really?
Let's talk about that.
Oh,
My
'cause you-
girlfriend's cousins.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was really nice, and they all explained they were very like conscious of how goy I was, and kind of explained everything. But really, a big fan of is it Haroset?
Hey, watch your mouth. We have Jewish listeners.
Hey,
Yikes.
no, the apple stuff that you put on the matzah. I think it's called Haroset, and then you put a little bit of horseradish.
It's good.
It was good, yeah.
Whenever you-
Gefilte fish, not a fan. I think
It-
I'm glad I have
Gefilte-
missed that.
Gefilte fish, people say, I know how to make it good. But if it takes that much work to cover up the taste of the fish, then maybe we should start with a better
But
fish.
anything that's
It's a
like
fool's errand.
white,
I know
yeah,
it's a
it is.
tradition.
That's a perfect thing.
But it's part of the tradition of eating it, so I almost like it just because it represents. I'm not very religious, but my family adhered to some of the Jewish holidays. So like brisket and all that, and matzo ball soup. My mom would make that. So my mom had, not that it matters. Who gives a shit? She would let me just read one of these cards.
Do it.
How many types of matzo ball soup did your mom make? Okay, I love
Well,
that.
here.
Whoa. How many?
So 2 because she had them. We liked our matzo balls.
One for each saggy tit.
You did it. That's why you leave the other part in. You waited.
Wexler.
That's what you tried to do before. And I don't know if it was well, you admitted it was your horrible delivery.
No.
Certainly
I
it
sucked.
worked this time.
The previous one sucked. That
you
one
got me. You got me. With all that prep, I should have been.
I took a shot
You
and
were-
I did not miss.
You were waiting and lurching
Yes.
and looming, getting ready to do that bit again.
Correct.
I thought there's no way he'll do that bit again, and I was just walking down the street whistling. Look at me in another place, and boom, you get me. Good for you.
And by the way, to your credit, you gave me a second chance.
Thank you. And that's what Second Chance Financial.
By the way,
They're a
this
new
episode is
sponsor.
sponsored by Second Chance Financial.
Hey, and we have our own. You know what I love when they say at a car dealership? Hey, and we're our own bank, so we could approve anybody. Yeah, because they don't tend to want to approve the same people the banks do. Yeah, you know how the banks want you to have good credit and not to ripped off people before and have a history of a horrendous, a history of not paying people
Well,
back. We don't give a
surprise.
shit.
Right.
We don't give a shit. All we care about is you want our car. We don't care about your history.
I
like
like
the banks.
I like where your job is your credit. Like somebody could just be like, "Yeah, I'm a banker," but like, how do they know?
Right.
And then also, do you?
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about this real quick?
You can talk about it real long.
Cal Worthington's voice.
Well, Cal Worthington died, but I
Is
think
that California where everything?
I come on down to Cal Worthington. We got a lot of cars.
He's got like this. His latest act, like the ones I hear on 93.5 are like, "Hi, this is Cal Worthington."
I think it's his son now. I know it's making
Oh
so
my God.
serious. You feel bad.
You just imagine him in
Cal Earth 101. No.
Anyways, I don't know if anybody had talked about it. I'm always wondering this. Because it'll be on like K-Day. Oh, and the best part of it, it'll be like, hey, this is Cal Worthington, and we're just going to have a little message from our good friend Snoop Dogg. And then he's like, yeah, baby.
Is that true?
Yeah, no,
It's like
it
you
is.
guys aren't friends.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, come down to my homie Cal's sale or whatever. But it's like one guy sounds like he looks like Mark Twain, right?
Right.
Like he looks like
and use the same language
the-
from Huckleberry
the
Finn
UNLV
and another
mascot.
fella. Right.
Anyways.
So, we go in for the close. Everyone have anything they want to say? Any closing thoughts? Well, I just want to say, Andy, good having you here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And Blake, as always, thank you.
Thank you. Us.
Funny. Nick, always good having you here. Thanks for taking pictures. Aristotle and Jake, what would I do without you? I just sit in my house and pet my Great Dane. Anyway, I don't mean to be sexual.
I think it's a good Dane at best.
It's a good. People go, is that a Great Dane? He's a good.
It's
Dane.
a fine.
By the way, I might get a Great Dane just to do that joke over and over again.
By all fucking means.
Well, folks, how do we say goodbye?
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. BlakeWexler.com.
Goodbye, everybody. How do you think that was?
Adequate.
The most adequate we've ever ended a show.
Next time you're here with headphones in your ear, there's a lot of show left, so stay right here.
Hi everybody, this is Todd Glass. Did you know there's t-shirts available at ToddGlass.com? Well, there are. And if you don't like your t-shirt, you can use it as a rag. We guarantee it.
Podcast, 'cause we've got Todd Glass, we've got Todd Glass, we've got high on the mic with reverb glass. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, sit and let the time pass. Hey, here comes another Todd Glass show. Hey, here comes